Celebrity Narcs Exposed. Let's talk about Ashanti and Nelly. So many clips have popped up on my For You about them, and I have not watched the show, but I've seen enough of these clips. And I was married to a Nelly. When I look at these clips, everything that she's experiencing, honey, I went through it. I see her light dimming, and I'm just gonna put it out there that she will get it back once she leaves him. She will work on rebuilding herself. This is kind of what I foresee her doing, because if she left him before, I think she'll muster up the strength to do it again. It could be difficult with a child involved, but I did it with 3 kids. I was able to leave my Nelly with 3 kids, and I was with my ex for 12 years. The relationship portion of it lasted longer than the marriage. So um, I know that they had been back and forth with each other, and they broke up. They hated each other. Um, so maybe her relationship with him, or the times they were together, might last longer than this marriage. Some women, not all women, have a tendency to think that a man is going to change after they get married. There's this bit of hope that, oh, he's going to be home more, he's going to do this and that, whatever, be more of a family guy, if he's hanging out with his friends, if he's doing things selfishly. When you're in a relationship, it's going to continue after you're married. It does not change. We that do that need to accept accountability that that's who they are. Marrying you is not going to make a difference. I can sit up here and talk about Nelly being a narcissist. However, narcissists are honest in that sense because they really are selfish people. So there's no pretending when they are in a relationship at all. Not for long. And once they show you that's who they are, that is who they are. You hold on to that little gleam of whatever, the spark, when they did the love bombing. But when they start treating you like trash and not pouring into you, they embarrass you, you know they don't like you. That's when you need to run. The red flags are waving in a lot of those clips. First of all, a man that competes with the attention of a baby is highly narcissistic. There's no competition. A baby cannot take care of itself. So, how dare a man put the pressure on his woman to give him attention because, oh, the baby's taking the attention and you don't light up like that when I call you? But when has this MF lit up when she walks into a room? You know, let me stop myself because I have not seen, full disclosure, I have not seen the show at all. Only these clips. So this is what I'm talking about. But I saw the clip where they were at some gala, and she got all, she was dressed up. I guess she took some time and she might have been late, and he just acted like he did not see her. He wasn't acknowledging her, and there was tension there. Like, she could tell that something was wrong. He was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. But he was saying that, well, I didn't want to draw attention. We were at this event, so I had to like suck it up. But he was really upset. But you could still tell that there was a problem. And she's trying to be the bigger person. She's trying to smile and save face while she's at this event. And she took the time to, She had a lot of effort put into her wardrobe, her makeup, her hair, all that was going to take some time. But anyway, she probably wanted to feel good after having a baby. But instead of him saying, like, oh, honey, you look nice, like, I appreciate you taking the whatever time for this event because I know it was for him, he just left her feeling like probably unattractive. There was another clip that surfaced last night on my For You, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta talk about this shit. So she was breastfeeding. She's covered, but he gets on his live and she's asking him to get off of the live because she's breastfeeding. And he's like, you just better not take that sheet off. He had no regard, no respect for his wife. No woman should have to repeat herself and say, or no woman should even have to say, like, hey, can you, whatever, get off of that. He should have never got on in the first place if he was completely aware that she was breastfeeding. Okay, I will add that. But if he had no awareness to it and then she made him aware, he should have hopped his ass right off. But he did not. And she had to remove herself and go into the bathroom and say, get off, hang up the phone. And first she's laughing, and she laughs a lot in a lot of these clips. She tries to laugh it off. Like, it's so heartbreaking to see because, like, she did not have to take him back. She didn't have to marry the guy, but we still need to offer her some compassion here because it was love. Her love gave it a try, and honey, we're gonna hold your hand, but it's an epic fail. But we still got you, and I have faith that you will bounce back. Ashanti's facial expressions are that of a woman who is suppressing her voice. Um, she looks like she has so much that she wants to say, but she's not saying it because she's trying to save face and she's trying to avoid any arguments. I love the fact from the clip that I saw that her mother was saying, you need to say something. You should tell him about the performing for the inauguration for you know who. Because she didn't agree with it. You could tell she didn't agree with it. But so many times it's like women get married and they think that they just need to silence themselves and conform completely to appease their husband, and they're no longer this light of uh, being themselves, and they can no longer be authentic. They do all this shifting and changing, and that's why they think that maybe the man is going to do the same. But if he was showing you that he was an asshole before you got married, you're going to get the same result. I want to address the clip of Nelly sitting around talking to a couple of guys. Jermaine Dupri was in there. I forget who else was in that clip. But when he's laughing and he's talking about, yeah, like as soon as he starts saying that I want to do this, this, and this, talking about their baby, that he'll be with the guys. But until then, it's all on her. He's putting all the parental responsibilities on this new mom that he shares a baby with and doesn't want nothing to do with changing diapers. I experienced that after I had twin daughters with my ex-husband. I was giving them baths, I was changing them, and he wasn't changing their diapers. He was letting them sit a lot in their stuff, and I ended up having to come home after an hour or two of running errands, and then they were in soaked diapers. And then he was not bathing them. I was always bathing them, and then I said something once they were like 8 months old. I said, you know what I realized? You've never given them a bath. Also, the scene with the sty on her eye. Clearly, she's a beautiful woman. She didn't have on any makeup, but she went to him and said, look, it's getting bigger, and he just laughed. Narcissists will make fun of you when you are feeling low.